right, so now I'm going to do a little bit of work with Mushu and you can see what we've been working on.
In this video, I'm going to show you the steps that I took in order to teach Mushu how to line up at the mounting block and how you can help your horse learn as well. But first, you need to teach your horse how to move laterally. Now, with this being said, you want to teach your horse to move independently both in the shoulder and in the hindquarters first, and then blend it together as we're doing here. It is a dance and a partnership between horse and trainer. So once you've worked on this for a little bit, which again, this is only Mushu's like third or fourth time doing this, but once they have somewhat of a grasp on it, then you can move over to the mounting block and I'll show you why this is important. So we're just working on this little by little. Sometimes I'll ask him to just move his shoulder. Other times I'll ask him to move his entire body, and we work on this from both sides. It's important to do this from both sides and not just one. Once you've worked a little bit on lateral movement, you can move over to the mounting block. And you also want to make sure that you praise your horse on a regular basis. Training horses from the ground up, like I'm doing here with Mushu, is such a rewarding and magical experience. He has had no training other than basic handling, other than what you've seen in my first video, and we've had a couple sessions in between that. So what I'm doing right here is getting him comfortable with the mounting block and comfortable with me being higher up and also moving around a little bit. I want him to feel relaxed at the mounting block. I want him to know that this is a safe and a good place. It is very important to set the horse up for success and make this a happy place and not anything negative. So I'm going to give him treats for positive reinforcement. I'm going to pet him and massage him, get him really relaxed, and then I'll move over on to training aspects. So as you saw there, I lifted my leg and he moved away. So now I'm going to teach him how to line up at the block. And again, he doesn't understand what's going on. So we're just going to break it down piece by piece. So I wanted him to move away first, which he does understand moving away a little bit because we've been working on lateral movement from the ground. But now I'm more on his rump, which I want him to move his hindquarters, which is exactly what he did. As you saw, I was very lightly tapping his rump, and the second that he would yield to me, I would release that pressure and then very calmly just stand there, give him a second to think and absorb what I'm asking him to do, stroke him with the whip to let him know it's okay. And as you can see, he's trying to figure out what I want. He's trying really hard right now. And he fell into me a little bit, but that's okay. It's going to take a minute. This is our first time doing this. Now, I had done a session where I was standing on the mounting block and petting him, so he was used to that, but I had not asked him to line up or move my leg or anything. So right now he's like, "Why are you touching my butt, lady?" So obviously I won't be mounting him anytime soon, but these are the steps I'm taking to set him up for getting used to it. All right, I'm going to ask him to line up again. So I set it up far away to see if he understands. I just raise my whip, barely tap him, and he immediately comes towards me and lines up.
Good boy. That's pretty good. He's trying. Good job. That's too close.
Mushu is an amazing horse. I am so proud of him. I can't believe how quick he caught on to that, and I'm having so much fun, and I think he is too. I also want to point out that it's really important to build trust with your horse, especially when you're doing things like this, even practicing mounting. Of course, I'm not getting on, but putting my weight on him, swinging my leg over, they can still like take off, freak out, they could like kick out. So you want to make sure your horse is comfortable with you and that you're just taking it slow. But yeah, Mushu is doing fantastic. Another thing, don't expect perfection. There's going to be bloopers. There's going to be times where they overdo it, and just have fun. Don't make it a bad thing. Every time Mushu tries, that's when I reward the effort, the try, the willingness, and releasing the pressure and using positive reinforcement. It's blending all of that together, and eventually they figure it out really quickly, like as he's doing now. That was really good right there. So again, it's just repetition, giving them breaks in between. Here I stepped farther away. I put the whip right at his shoulder so he didn't get too close to me, and that was the best one so far.
job, buddy.
Now we're going to break it up a little bit and do some groundwork. We're still just doing walk, trot in both directions on the lunge line. And again, I just want to get him really comfortable and balanced with that before moving on to canter under the lunge line. And I'm still waiting for our lunging cavesson to arrive. I had it custom made, so it is going to take a while because it's overseas. So I'm so excited to get that in. But for now, we're just in this nylon halter. Being the first person to essentially give the horse their basics other than handling and grooming, which is also huge. So his owner in the past did a phenomenal job with his handling. But right now he is so impressionable, and you have such a huge responsibility during these first stages of starting them essentially quote unquote under saddle. Like, we are going to be working on this stuff for a year before I ride him. But I'm starting now. He's so accepting and willing, and he's going to be an awesome horse to train. But anyways, it's such a powerful experience, and it looks silly, a lot of the stuff we're doing. It's kind of funny, but you just got to realize like how much of an impression you leave on a horse that has a blank slate like this, and you can either royally screw them up or give them an amazing start. Again, I teach my horses to stop. When I bend the knee, they stop and turn in. And I also am teaching them when I ask them to wait, they stop. Or if I don't ask them to wait, then they come into me all the way. So this is essentially important in case I was to fall off. Hopefully it teaches the horse to stop. As you saw when I asked him to move away there, I did have him kind of side pass out a little bit, kind of yield to the side, and then move out into his circle to kind of loosen up his shoulder a little bit. And he's doing really good. He's a lot more responsive in this session because we've been practicing, and he's just all around a lot more comfortable, and he's trying so hard and starting to understand things. Also, horse lovers, don't forget to like and comment on this video so that our channel will again continue to grow, and show Mushu all of your support. We want to know what you think. Drop it below. It's also important to teach your horse to walk calmly on the lunge line. It's not always about going fast or running them to get energy out. It's about getting them to think and focus and teaching them how to use their body. Also, I will ask them to halt with just using a little bit of pressure and not always just bending down. I'm going to give him a little break right now, let him think, and we're going to do something else. And then at the end, we're going to practice our mounting again. One of my goals with Mushu is to do trick training, so we're going to work on some bowing steps right now.
Good. Good. Good job. Now go this way. Stretch it down. Keep going, keep going. Good boy, good boy. Good boy. Good boy.
Right here.
Oh my gosh, they did it! So cute!
Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good job. Good job. Good effort. Good effort.
Now I'm going to take him to the mounting block, set it up far away, and try it with no whip. I'm literally crying because I'm so proud of how amazing Mushu is and how much he tries and cares and how strong our partnership is, even in the early beginning stages of our journey. It's incredible. I'm going to walk him around in a circle just to refresh him, and then we're going to work on some other mounting exercises. I swear equestrians are the strangest people. Like, I'm just getting him used to when I go to mount, and I swear it's just so weird. Okay, horse lovers, I think that's going to wrap up our session today. I hope that you learned something. I'm giving Mushu his food now. He was such a good boy. I hope that you enjoyed watching the process. I had so much fun. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button and turn the notifications on so you don't miss anything. See you next time. Bye.